Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm be ranking Souls games. Not all of them, because I haven't played all of them. However, I'll be ranking the ones I have played. And I'll say this: there are one or two, three maybe, I haven't finished. So yeah, this is my tier list, my opinions fully. First, we're starting out with Bloodborne, and Bloodborne is obviously S tier, the very top. Bloodborne is probably top 5 games of all time for me, and I just love it. I love the, like, what's it called? Lovecraftian horror setting. Like, you roam the streets of Britain. I mean, it's your average day in Britain, but you know, like, it's still really fun. I love the weapons are just so cool in that game. Like, especially the starting weapon you get, the one that goes. I think that's just such a cool, like, first weapon to have in a game. It's like, compared to every other weapon you've ever had in a Souls game, it's the most unique one, I would say. I mean, there are other unique weapons, but none like that starting out. I love Bloodborne. The boss is everything. Oh, and I need a remake because that 30 FPS is starting to age the game a bit. It could run on Switch at this point. Next we have Elden Ring. Elden Ring is going to be another S tier. Now, I haven't played the DLC, so this is no DLC included. I'm too broke, and also I haven't beat that one boss. But from everything I've played, such a good game. I love it. I think it's a lot of freedom. Like, me personally, I'm playing a build where I have really high, like, I do a lot of damage, like a lot of damage, but I die in like one hit from everything, and that's only because I have like good armor on. I mean, not even good. It's like enough to keep me in light roll, but also give me defense, and fair to magic defense. So I'm having a lot of fun with the game. I think it's just an amazing experience that a lot of people need to like play. It's just, oof, Elden Ring is amazing. I still remember when, I think it was either Aiden Ross or Sneeko made that terrible take that's an easy game. And whichever one did it, it doesn't matter. They're both, like, they're both trash streamers anyway. Nobody likes them. Also, yeah, my camera is in, like, the other corner today. Never played Remnant. I don't know, so I can't do that. I'm gonna move the stuff I haven't played down. Oh, sorry. That I haven't played down. Boom, boom. Oh no, boom, 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 boom. I haven't played like all these games. Everything below Dark Souls 2, I haven't played. I'm moving Dark Souls 2 up there though. Okay, no, let's skip around a bit because Dark Souls 2. Now I want to preface, this is not like if let's say I put something F tier here, it doesn't mean it's like a terrible game. It means it's not as good as the others. And compared to some of the other games, I personally think Dark Souls 2 is a D tier. The one biggest factor. Sorry, I was checking something was on the floor. One biggest factor is in Dark Souls 2, having dodge as a stat is the worst thing ever. Because you can entirely dodge like an attack from the enemy and still get hit even if you're like on the side of them because your stat isn't high enough, and that is just the most annoying thing ever. I just hate that. I also think like the game, I don't know how to say it. It starts out very differently from the others, and I'm not sure I entirely like how it starts out, but I think everything after that is pretty good. I think all the boss gameplay good except for the dodging. If dodging was there and better, I would probably move it up to like B tier, A tier. And the reason I wouldn't put S tier, like, is because, well, I'm gonna say this: there are other Souls games. This is just Souls games in general, or like all the games. So they can literally be C tiers and still be like 9 out of 10 games. Dark Souls 2 to me is an 8 out of 10 because it has the stupid roll mechanic. But I do think facing your character from the first game at the end is pretty fire. So next, Sekiro. Sekiro is A tier. I do think Sekiro is amazing. If this was like a video game tier list, it would just be S tier. But compared to Bloodborne or Elden Ring, I don't like it as much. I think Sekiro is very, very fast paced, and it beats your ass hard. I love that. I think the weird thing for me is the one singular stat of just doing more damage is kind of weird. It just doesn't allow as much freedom, if that makes sense. I feel like the thing like Souls games is because you have all those stats, you can play like tons of different builds. I think that's the only thing. Like, some people like it, some people like that, but for me, it kind of holds it back compared to other Souls games. I'm kind of like rubbing my leg because it's itchy and I don't want to scratch it or else I'll like keep scratching it, so that's why my arms are moving like that. Dark Souls. Dark Souls 1 solid, I'm gonna say solid B tier game. It's aged a bit, like it's very clunky looking back at it, but I still think it's an overall, actually I'll put C tier. It's overall solid game. I think it does it does everything a Souls game needs to do, like all the good things. It gives you a semi amount of freedom. I just think the one problem is in Dark Souls 1 particularly, I feel like the save spots are just absolutely abominable. Like, I've literally... So here's the thing, with Bloodborne, or like, even Dark Souls 2. They'll have save spots, like, a good amount far, but it doesn't feel too far. In Dark Souls 2, I feel like I could be playing for, like, 2 hours, and I don't hit another thing, or another, like, slot. But to be fair, Dark Souls 1 was, like, my first Souls game, so it could just be that it's bad while playing it. So it just felt longer, but still, it did definitely feel longer compared to some of the other Souls games I've played for, like, save points. But I think it's a pretty solid game. But again, it's the starting point. They only improved. Now, Lies of P. Solid, I'm gonna say solid B tier. It's very unique. You play as a puppet on, like, the streets. It's like you play on the streets, and that's really cool. I remember what the place is called. But I think it's very, like, you get the arm and stuff, which is very unique. It has its unique mechanic. I'm not putting A or S because there are games like more than Lies of P for Souls games, but I do think this game is very good. Its one problem is that it's kind of short compared to other Souls games, but other than that, it's pretty good. Mortal Sins, I'm not gonna lie, I've barely played. But from what I've played, it's a pretty solid game. I'll put like B tier, low B tier. I can't say too much because I haven't played, like, I probably have like 5 or 6 hours in it. So from that 5 or 6 hours, it's like B tier. It could get better, it could get worse. Who knows? Nioh 2, never played 1. But I played Nioh 2 because it's free on the store for PlayStation. It's a solid, like, it's solid. I'm put high B. I think, again, Nioh 2 has the unique mechanic, like, I forget what it's even called, but like you transform and get like all the special abilities. And it's really cool. I love, like, you get a lot of freedom, I feel like, when it comes to making your character compared to like other Souls games, kind of. Because you don't only get stats, you also get like the secondary thing. You get a good amount of freedom. And I just think the bosses are hard, the level design's good. It's just a really solid Souls game. I really like it. Dark Souls Remastered. Oh no, this is Dark Souls 3. I don't know why I thought it was remastered. Fun fact about Dark Souls 3. I bought a case from England because they didn't have it in America, but it was Dark Souls 1 through 3. And so I had 3, but years later, like a year ago, I found Dark Souls 3 again in a trash can inside of a PS4 somebody threw out that well, it's fixed, but one last thing needs to be done, but I need a new USB for it, and I just haven't gotten around to it. So I had another copy of Dark Souls 3 until I gave it away to my friend, literally the other day, because he's never played it. Dark Souls 3, A tier. It is like, I don't know if you can hear me scratching, but it's like it's the perfect conclusion to the franchise, kind of. It is definitely, or like to the, you know what I mean, franchise Dark Souls 1 through 3. Perfect conclusion trilogy. I think the game offers you a good amount of freedom, like, compared to 1 and 2. It's definitely more refined. I think the bosses are just great. If I had, like, one complaint, I guess it would be, looking back on it, it's not as hard as I remember. Like, I was playing, I'm replaying it right now. I'm replaying, like, all Souls games and all Fire Emblem games. I might do a Fire Emblem tier list later. But, looking back on it, it's just like, a lot easier. Like, the first boss, I literally tried like 5 times, 6 times when I was younger. Actually, no, I tried like 20 times when I was younger. Because it's fair, this was like middle school days. I thought it was really hard. I played it literally like 3 days ago, the first boss, and I beat it in 1 try. I didn't even need a reset. And it's not like 1 try, like, oh, I was trying really hard. My mom was walking in front of me while I was playing the game, because I have the washing machine and dryer in my room, so she has to walk there to get to it. So yeah, it was like there, and I still beat it. But it's still a pretty hard game, but it's easier than I remember looking back at it. Demon Souls, I think it's C tier, like tied with Dark Souls. It's not bad, it's good, it's a really good game. I think it's just limited to its fault because of how it's made. Like, there's kind of like a hub area of Demon Souls, if that makes sense, and like you go to like the separate places, and it's fun, it's good. I just feel like it's limited because of how that is. It doesn't feel like you're traveling around as much. It's kind of like how in Elden Ring you have the place where you can like do all your armaments and stuff, but you don't feel like you don't have to come back to that place. Like, you always have to come back to this hub area, kind of. And last, I don't know why. Okay, hold on. Before I do this, Jedi Fallen Order would be a solid B tier game on here. I just want to say that. But Jedi Survivor, A tier. I really like Jedi Survivor. It's just like, it's Star Wars, so it's obviously gonna have like a big boost, just because Star Wars is really cool. Let's be honest. It's just like the story in both this game and the last game were really good. I think this game's very well story placed too. I played on PS5, so I didn't really have those like issues of it running slow. I think the 4 different lightsaber stances are really cool. This game improves on everything in the first game, if that makes sense. Like, everything is improved. I love the story of Cal, and like, he gets betrayed at the beginning. All the people die. I just love Cal. Like, Cal's an amazing character and what a Jedi should be. And I just think Jedi Survivor is an amazing game. And honestly, that's all I got for the video. So thank you all for watching. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot the button. Bye-bye.